So we've seen how we can trigger our sub-procedure from the quick access toolbar. We could even add them to the ribbons themselves, so to any of the existing ribbons or to a new ribbon of our own. So if we wanted to use our change case procedure again, so we're in the same working file, we would go to File, Options, Customize Ribbon. Now on the right here you can see your current ribbons. If I minimize that, we've got the Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data Review, View, Developer Add-ins and Background Removal, and we can see each of those are tabs on there. Now if you're going to add a lot of commands, you may wish to add a new tab. So we can add a new tab. We can rename that tab by selecting and rename, and I could call it Guide Commands. Okay. Within that tab, we can have a number of groups. If you look at current ribbons, the section divided by vertical lines is a group. So that's the number group, that's the alignment group, that's the font group. So you could even add further groups to your ribbon. So you can create this whole new ribbon. So let's take the default group and rename that to be Main, and then add a new group, which we'll rename to be Font. Okay. Now if we just say OK at that point, you can see we have a new ribbon called Guide Commands, and it has two groups. There's nothing in them, but the two groups already exist. So we can go back to File, Options, Customize Ribbon. It's in the second position because that's where it is here. So that's why you see Home and then Guide Commands. If you wanted to move it down, we could use this arrow here to move the whole ribbon further down. So that will be at the end after the developer. And if we want to add commands to our ribbon and to our groups within our ribbon, we can either drag existing ones, but really we're after our own, which is the macros. And we can take our run form and drop that perhaps on the main group. Again, just like the quick access toolbar, we can take that option and customize it by choosing rename. That allows us to choose a different icon. So let's go for the AB and a different tooltip. Okay. And you see that then appears. There's the icon, there's the tooltip, and it also appears when you hover. And because we've only got one item in there, it fills the whole of the area. What you'll see on other ribbons, when you add a few items, they take up less and less space. And as soon as you start to fill the ribbon, icons have to start shrinking. On a larger screen with a larger resolution, you'll find that the icons spread out. So the same will happen with your own. That's why that change case looks quite big, because it's the only one, so it can take the whole space up. It will still work, we're just asking it to trigger really. So let's add some text in. Okay, and we'll use that sort of mixed case, highlight the range, click our option. Let's go all lowercase, okay, and it all goes lowercase. So change case, all uppercase, and it all goes uppercase. So it's just a different place to put the command. If you've got a lot of commands, it's worth adding a new ribbon. And then within that ribbon, as we've got here, you can have a number of groups, and within those groups, you can have different commands. So you can really start to organize them and make them easier to access. If you've only got one, as we have, then probably we don't really need our own ribbon. We could just add that perhaps to the Home ribbon on the Font tab. So we go to Macros, we choose our command, run form, again the change case one, and what you'll find is you can't actually add it to an existing grouping on an existing ribbon, but you can add a new group and rename that group, and then add your command to that new grouping. So that grouping at the minute will appear at the end, but I could move that up. Let's have it appear as the first group on the Home ribbon. Again, we can rename to change the icon. It's all just about customizing and making it look nice so that your end user just thinks it's another option to choose, and they're actually triggering your own VBA. Okay, and you can see it there, it appears on its own little group but on the Home ribbon. Therefore, no need for the Guide Commands. Still works the same. Lowercase, okay, it all goes lowercase. So it depends where you'd like to put it on the ribbons, either on an existing ribbon, but obviously within its own little group, or on a new ribbon, If you've got a lot, this is quite a good place to put them because you can control them and organize them, and they all sit then on the ribbon.